Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Wednesday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 2 of our Chicago Tigers franchise, and this will be our first home game of the regular season at McDonald Stadium in Chicago. And we're playing against the New Orleans Saints. So you guys saw in the last episode, we beat the Carolina Panthers 55-0, which, by the way, I will have a link to the video if you guys want to check that episode out. And before we get into that, both Cam Newton in his return to Charlotte was 6 for 9, 133 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and he had 1 rushing touchdown in this game. Brian Poole, he had back-to-back INTs, and they were both returned for touchdowns. So that's really interesting to see. And we get to face off Marcus Mariota and the New Orleans Saints. So this is going to be a really good matchup. We'll see you at kickoff.
Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Andy Dalton and the Chicago Tigers taking on Marcus Mariota and the New Orleans Saints.
Alright, now it is kickoff time here in Chicago at McDonald Stadium. And Giovanni Bernard, the former Cincinnati Bengals star running back, is ready to return the kickoff here for the Bengals, and he does get stopped, though, at the 28-yard line, and the Chicago Tigers step onto the field, and we get to see Andy Dalton ready to throw the football for the first time in the new stadium. So now Andy Dalton, he is going to throw this football deep. He's going to pass it to T.Y. Hilton. He actually catches it one-handed, and T.Y. Hilton does get the first touchdown, 72 yards at McDonald Stadium in Chicago. So McDonald's is actually based in, it's headquartered in Chicago. That's why I picked the name McDonald Stadium. Look at that one-handed catch for 72 yards. Tigers lead at 7-0. All right, we get to see Marcus Mariota and the New Orleans Saints stepping onto the field for the first time on offense in this episode. And Marcus Mariota, he formerly played with the Tennessee Titans from 2015 to 2019. He was drafted, I think, 2nd overall, to my knowledge. I really don't know, but I'm guessing the 2nd round. Anyway, 2nd down and 10. Mariota, he throws that football. That's going to be another incomplete pass. So it's now going to be 3rd down and 10, and we're going to blitz on defense. So 3rd and 10 now. So Marcus Mariota, it looks like he is going to get sacked. The ball is out. So Terrell Suggs makes that fumble recovery, and the Chicago Tigers do gain possession of the football. So now we're going to use the HB mid-draw with running back Le'Veon Bell, who formerly played with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to run it with him, and they actually get a first down at the 4-yard line. So a gain of 15 yards. So we're automatically in the red zone because of that fumble recovery you guys just saw. And Andy Dalton's going to hand the football off to Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley gets the first touchdown of the game. His first touchdown of the game, 60th rushing touchdown in his career, and the Tigers lead at 14-0. All right, now 2nd and 6 now. Latavius Murray runs the football. He does get stopped at the 33, but C.J. Mosley of the Chicago Tigers is down and hurt. And now this is going to be a 3rd and 8 now here for the New Orleans Saints. So New Orleans whatsoever. He's going to run the football. Mariota, the ball is out. And Thomas Davis Sr. recovers, and we are at the 24-yard line. And we are just going to run the football with Le'Veon Bell on this play. So New Orleans just got its second turnover of the game, and now Le'Veon Bell, he's running for the football, and he actually does get that first down, a gain of 12 yards for Le'Veon Bell. So we have 103. He does have muscle cramps, CJ Mosley, but the positive news is he will return in this game, which I'd like to hear. That's what I like to hear. And now this is going to be a 1st and 10. So Andy Dalton, he's going to throw this to Rob Gronkowski, and he gets it into the end zone easily. And this will be his first receiving touchdown of the game. And it's now going to be 21-0 here at McDonald Stadium in Chicago. I was about to say Toronto, but we're in Chicago. All right, now this is going to be a 1st and 10. And Marcus Mariota, he's going to run the football, and the ball is out. Tre'Davious White recovers, and it looks like he's going to take it all the way to the end zone, and that will be a touchdown for the Tigers. And he gets it in safely. Touchdown, Chicago. So basically, this is the first defensive touchdown of the game for the Chicago Tigers, as we see Tre'Davious White recover, and Marcus Mariota lost the football while he ran for it. So good thing Tre'Davious White recovered, and we're going to do a 2-point attempt, and we're going to take a break. All right, now J.J. Watt gets a fumble recovery, and it looks like he's going to take it all the way, and he does get it into that end zone safely. So that will be J.J. Watt's first defensive touchdown of the season, as the Tigers now lead it 36-0 here at McDonald Stadium. He just runs for it, gets it into the end zone, and scores 6 points for the Chicago Tigers. So we'll see you guys when we're on offense in the second quarter. All right, now this is going to be a 4th and 5, and Tre'Davious White, he's ready to return the punt now for the Chicago Tigers. You guys saw him earlier return that incredible fumble recovery for a touchdown, and he does get stopped at the 34. 24-yard return, though. And now we're going to use the HB Mild Draw run play on 1st down and 10. So I'm going to hand the football off to Le'Veon Bell, and he does get stopped at the 35. So he has 3 rushes, 28 yards, and he hasn't had a touchdown in this game, which he should. By the end of the game, he should be able to have at least 1, maybe 2 rushing touchdowns. So I'm going to now throw this deep to Stephon Diggs, the former Minnesota Vikings wide receiver. 3 for 3, 108 yards for Andy Dalton. So if he keeps this great performance up, he'll take home that perfect passer rating of 158.3. So now Andy Dalton, we're just going to run the football, and he uses a juke move. He does get stopped, though, at the 22-yard line. So that's a rushing 20 yards in. So now we're going to use the stick move on 1st down and 10. So Dalton, he's going to throw this to T.Y. Hilton, and he gets his second touchdown of the game. And this will now be a 43-0 lead. We'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. So he just throws a spiral, and he gets it in easily for a touchdown. One-handed again. All right, now this will be a 1st and 10. Andy Dalton hands the football off to Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon Bell jumps on into the end zone there, and he scores a touchdown. This will be his first rushing touchdown of the game, and it will now be 50-0 Chicago. And they are likely to, if they keep this great performance up, the Chicago Tigers will shut out the New Orleans Saints by a huge amount of points. So that's really good. And this will be memorable for opening day memories. So like in the next few seasons, we'll automatically remember this was from season 1. We scored at least over 60-some points. So just keep that in mind. So we'll see you guys after the PAT when we're on defense. All right, now this is going to be a 1st down and 10. So Marcus Mariota, there is a flag, and we get an INT. Thomas Davis Sr., number 87, claims that INT, and there is a flag. So it is a holding, and I'm supposedly saying it's on the Saints. And we are actually going to decline. It's on Cesar Ruiz. And now we do get that possession, and the Saints get another turnover. So they have 6 turnovers in this first half. So that's really crazy. And now we get to see Gronk. He gets a reception there. He does get stopped at the 31-yard line. And that's going to be a first down and 10. So we're going to run the football with Le'Veon Bell. So Le'Veon Bell, he's running the football. Uses a juke move there. And he gets stopped at the 6-yard line. So he is only 34 yards away from making that big triple digits, 100 rushing yards in this game. So that's going to be really impressive to see of who will win that. So who will win AFC Offensive Player of the Week? And Le'Veon Bell does score his second rushing touchdown of the game, and it's now going to be 58-0 because we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. We'll see you guys in the second half. Alright, now this begins the second half. We're leading 58-0 here in the 3-1-2 in Chicago. So Latavius Murray loses. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily lost any yards, but I would consider did not lose nor gain any yards whatsoever on that play. So now this will be a 2nd and 10. And they're going to throw the football to Emmanuel Sanders and Jared Cook, excuse me. And Jared Cook is down and injured for the New Orleans Saints. Don't know who's going to be the temporary spot, but he might return, he might not return in this game. So they're going to hand the football off to Latavius Murray, and he did lose a yard. And Devin McCourty actually made that stop. So this is going to be a 2nd and 11. And Marcus Mariota runs the ball. He does get stopped at the 47. And this will be a 3rd and 5 now from the 47-yard line. So basically saying, I'm thinking they're just going to throw the football. They're going to pass it to Emmanuel Sanders. That's going to be his first reception of the game. And they're at the 37. So they're trying to aim their way to get their first touchdown in this game. So they haven't really scored a touchdown nor field goal all day. But they did suffer a lot of turnovers. So they lose the football. Speaking of turnover, J.J. Watt recovers a fumble. And this will be New Orleans' 7th turnover, or maybe the 8th turnover. I don't physically count how many turnovers. See, this is their 7th turnover in this game. Andy Dalton hands it off to Le'Veon Bell, and he gets stopped at the 39-yard line. So he has 7 rushes, 81 yards so far in this game. Le'Veon Bell. So if he keeps this great performance up, and he's going to run the football, he uses a juke move there. He does get stopped in the middle of the field. 8 rushes, 91 yards, and 2 touchdowns on that play. And now this is going to be a 1st and 10. We're at the middle of the field. Andy Dalton, it looks like he's going to throw this really deep to T.Y. Hilton. That will be Dalton's first incomplete pass of the game. All right, this is the end of the 3rd quarter. Nobody scored. And now this begins the 4th quarter. We are only 4 minutes away from getting our 2nd win of the regular season and our 1st win at the new stadium, McDonald Stadium. And Le'Veon Bell, he gets stopped at the 12-yard line. So he has 129 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So we have 323 offensive yards combined. Like, passing and rushing wise combined. So Dalton, he looks to throw. He's going to pass it to Larry Fitzgerald, and he gets his first touchdown of the game, Larry Fitzgerald. And this is now going to be 65-0 here in Chicago. All right, now this is going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. And now Mariota, he throws the football. That's going to be incomplete. 5 for 13, 75 yards, and 1 INT in this game. And now this is going to be a 3rd down and 10. So they're going to throw the football. He's about to throw his 2nd INT. And Malcolm Jenkins claims his first interception of the game And now we're just going to do a simple pass play on 1st and 10. New Orleans has 8 turnovers in this game, and the Tigers defense has proved that they can handle 60 minutes of playing both offense and defense. And this will be a 1st and 10. So New Orleans really allowed 355 total yards offensively offensively by passing and rushing yards, and Larry Fitzgerald jumps on into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, and that'll be a 30-yarder. We'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. All right, now this is going to be 2nd and 15 from the 33, and I'm going to throw this to Rob Gronkowski. He does get that first down whatsoever. He does get stopped at the 14, 9 for 10, 240 yards, and we have 409 total yards offensively. This is really where we want to be. So Andy Dalton looks to throw. He's going to pass it to Gronk, and he gets a touchdown in this, and it's now going to be 79-0 Chicago lead. All right, now 1st and 10 as we're on offense. So 1st and 10, basically he's going to throw the football. Mariota, he's 6 for 15, 80 yards and 2 INT. So he hasn't done really all that well today. I mean, he has a low passer rating and all, but he gets sacked, and Terrell Suggs recovers, and it looks like we're going to get a touchdown here, and we actually do. So that's going to be a touchdown for the Tigers. So Cameron Wake gets his 4th sack of the season, and I think he has 2 sacks in this game. Anyway, he does recover the ball, Terrell Suggs, and he gets his first touchdown of the game. And this will now be 87-85. We're going to actually convert for a 2-pointer. We're actually going to convert for a 2-point conversion. New Orleans whatsoever has 10 turnovers in this game, and we get it in easily. So it's now 87-0 here in Chicago. We'll see you guys at the end of the game. It is official. The game is over. The Chicago Tigers win their first game at McDonald Stadium. You guys saw the T.Y. Hilton caught one-handed earlier in the game. He returned it for a touchdown. Really great performance on the field by both offense and the defense. And I think Andy Dalton had a perfect passer rating of 158.3, which I will explain once we get into statistics. Here we are now. Statistics. Andy Dalton did put up a 158.3 passer rating, 10 out of 11 there, 254 yards and 6 touchdowns, no INTs thrown whatsoever. Marcus Mariota, like I said earlier, did not have a great performance today. 14.6 passer rating, 6 for 16, 80 yards and 2 INTs. So Le'Veon Bell, he had 12 carries, 139 yards and 2 touchdowns. Todd Gurley had 1 rushing touchdown. T.Y. Hilton had 2 receptions and 2 touchdowns. Rob Gronkowski had 2 touchdowns. So did Larry Fitzgerald. Defensively, this is where we really like to see. Cam Wake, he had 4 sacks in this game. He'll probably bring home AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Devin McCourty had 2 sacks. Zach Bond, Malcolm Jenkins, and Demario Davis all had 1 sack. Malcolm Jenkins and Thomas Davis Sr. all had 1 sack. Had 1 INT rather, and he had 1 fumble recovery. And J.J. Watt, Tre'Davious White, and Terrell Suggs all had defensive touchdowns by using fumble recoveries. So, all I want to say is thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day, everyone.